Hi folks, Rudy at Clawden Painting Studio here with the next part in the Hobby Basics Box to Battlefield series. So our Perry Napoleonic French for 1812 to 1815, and I've moved on to the command models consisting of our officer, drummer and eagle bearer. Called so because at the end of his flagpole is the gold eagle touched by Napoleon himself, and these were considered quite the prize for anyone fighting against the French if they could capture one of these. So unsurprisingly, your average eagle bearer and his friends would fight very hard to defend this. The officer is probably actually one of the easiest models in the set to paint. He has a blue jacket with a blue greatcoat rolled up and put over his shoulders. You could paint that in grey if you wanted a bit of variety, but quite often an officer would have a blue greatcoat. His shako has sort of golden band along the top to denote him as an officer. I've used the Vallejo brass there. Other bits of brass on the uniform, you can see the epaulets there. There's a little gorget plate at the front there. He has his scabbard holding in front so it doesn't clatter into his legs while he walks. Some brass on the sword hilt there. Boots are a bit different from the rank and file. So black leather also with a bit of brown where they're turned down, I believe, at the top. A reverse of his jacket, white turnbacks. That's about it. The eagle bearer, if you paint him essentially as one of the line grenadiers, as was done in a previous video, you can't go wrong. The flagpole itself would be blue, and there's the French tricolour around on this piece of cloth wrapped around the eagle. By the way that bows work, if you've ever tied one, you actually end up with one side upside down, so you may notice it goes blue, white, red on this side and red, white, blue on that side. That's just a quirk of crossing over the cloth, but it's a nice detail to pick out. Now, drummers. It would seem that a lot of people really don't like painting drummers. They have a more complex jacket than any others in the unit. Colours varied by regiment. If you want to keep things simple, then you can paint a blue jacket with white lace. The lace being these raised areas. There's some on the chest and more on the sleeves. I've painted mine as per the box art. So a green jacket. I've used the Vallejo model colour deep green, and the lace has been painted with Vallejo Game Extra Opaque Heavy Ochre, which is a nice yellow with excellent coverage. One coat is usually fine. To add the pattern to it, I've done some vertical lines with the deep green. There's obviously a bit of knack, you need to have a steady hand, but if we focus in a bit on this, a steady hand and doing vertical lines starting at the topmost band of yellow and basically doing the same stroke all the way down to the cuff means that you get equal spacing. So what I mean is, I started here with a brush and I've just gone down each in turn to get equal spacing, and that looks perfectly adequate from 3 feet away. In reality, the pattern might have had an eagle or the letter N for Napoleon within it, but that kind of detail on 28mm is just unnecessary if these are all ranked up. If you're doing display piece, well, you might want to get the tiny brushes out, but not always necessary. Drum colour, blue bands. heavy ochre. But again, that would vary depending on regiment. A lot of extra money was spent on drummers' uniforms to make them look as nice as possible. So there are loads of good reference images out there. Quick Google or hit the books and you'll find lots of different designs to copy. Green's a nice way to break up the unit. I'd say the simplest would be a blue coat with white lacing like everybody else. The flag I will mount after I've done all the basing. I find that easier to leave that till last. You're going to have the models ranked up, so you want to actually have the flag fit in rather than put it on then find it blocks a model from standing beside the eagle bearer. So hopefully that's been a useful sort of rundown of the command models. Can be nice to take a bit more time on these than others to make them stand out. They will be the focal point of the unit. If you've got any comments, please leave them below. And thanks for watching. See you all again soon. Bye bye.